Hello everyone, welcome to Chronicles of Giavalu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that quite right, but it's a RP sim here on Second Life. And today is actually its last day. It's being changed or dropped or something on those lines. They just put out a notice about their final RP thing last night, which was on January 3rd. Today is January 4th, pretty much in the noon, or I think it's like around 3 p.m. Second Life time or something like that. In any case, we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. Guess we'll start here. Okay, now that that's loaded up, we'll go ahead and take a look at this place. A little bit of background information is that this place used to be called Legend of Zelda Oath of Memories, or Oath to Memories. I can't remember quite what that middle one was. But, I did a video on that one, on essentially its last day, or very close to it. And now I'm doing a last day video on its successor, which is going to be turning into something else, presumably. I remember this down area here, I think was actually one of the first places they changed, when it was being changed to Chronicles of Giavalu. This used to be the beach area in the Majora's Mask. I think it was Great Bay. But now it appears to be a town of sorts, which it looks like they have quite a bit of rocky houses here, because it appears to be there's a building inside of this rock. There's also a wood fence, a giant wood fence behind us where we started at. This looks like a holding pen for some animals of some sort, perhaps for wolves or horses, something like that. Actually, it looks like, yep, looks like wolves. Oh, we have some butterflies here as well. Oh, we got some ferrets and some smaller wolves. Might even be an otter in there, I'm not quite sure. A snake in here in the glass. This is actually a pretty nice looking, maybe this is like a... I don't know, is this a pet store perhaps, actually? I'm not quite sure there. Oh, even like a frog tank, that's pretty nice. Oh, we got, looks like a phoenix here, and I think I forgot to mention, but this is basically like a fantasy sim. I don't think there's any sci-fi elements to it or anything like that. Could be wrong, though. I've never actually looked at this sim before, because I always have this thing about RP sims where I'm like, do I go and try and make a video? Do I go, like, when there's people around? Usually I don't. Usually I do it, like, late at night, where I'm usually, able to be on the sim on my own and not being able to disturb anything with anybody's whatever they're doing. Yeah, this does actually look like it's a pet store, which it does have some pretty nice looking animal tanks and whatnot around here, especially for like, whoops, almost just hit my microphone there. Whoopsie. Oh, it looks like this has a lockpick thing. I've seen this on some RP sims, but I've never like messed with them or anything like that. Does this one have it as well? No, it doesn't. This one does in fact open up. Okay, so this looks like it might just be an area for storage or something on those lines. Maybe it's a fireplace, a furnace, something on those lines. We can always just cam into this room here and see if there's anything of interest. Nope, it's a completely empty room. Maybe that's why they have it locked. But I think that's enough for this play, so we'll go ahead and head along. I have to say, it's a very nice looking town. I guess the same as like Baco or Basio. And I guess as usual, we'll do our clockwise go around the area here. Some crystal-looking pumpkins down there. I think some of these might be player-owned houses, because just looking at those portraits on the wall there for a second made me think that maybe this place is a player home. Which I usually don't go into, but considering this place is going to be dismantled today, I don't think they'll mind. And I do like that painting there. Oh, we got some pictures here as well. And a nice navy blue bed over there. Picture of perhaps whoever lives here. A family, it looks like, perhaps. Looks like a portrait of Donkey Kong in it. Here we have the bath, which appears to be like a hot tub almost. And here's our next house, which apparently from the green square I see already on it, which I'm quite familiar with, that appears to be, I would say, an empty house. Yeah, it appears to be an empty house. Here we're coming up to a cart of some sort here. It looks like it's selling some items for headwear and some gacha items, or at least one gacha item, I guess. Look pretty nice. Breathing mask, lime colored. A fairy there as well. Kajura's Curiosities. I think I remember that one from Oath to Memories as well. Got a chicken on the ground here as well, pecking about. Got some nice bakery items going on here as well. Very nice. And cheese. As much cheese as you could possibly want, it looks like. All in that wheel style, too. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look in here. Looks to be perhaps another thing of some sort, like a shop perhaps, like a general store perhaps, because that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I also see that picture up there, and it makes me think of Danny DeVito for some reason. I'm not quite sure if that's correct or not, but yeah. Any case, we'll just continue taking a look around here. Got quite a few general things about here, I have to say. Go ahead and take a look and see what's behind this door. Another picture up here of some sort. Not sure what this one's supposed to be. It appears to be just a simple bedroom with a nice view of the town outside. And we'll go ahead and just head back down. More stalls out here for us to take a look at. This place over here looks like it might be a bakery of some sort. All sorts of nice sweet dessert. Okay, just had a crash there, had to come back. Place seems to be setting something off with my computer, I guess. I just went to, not too long ago, I just went to Callus's winter thing, and it was essentially crashes every couple minutes. Yeah, some very nice looking desserts in here, I have to say. Nice set of pictures here as well. I do like how the multi-story houses, where you have the business on the bottom and then you have your actual house on top of all that. That's a pretty neat thing, I have to say. I always do find roleplay places usually do have some of the best housing ideas. They're usually really good with theming, so you can usually put together some stuff in various different ways. Some nice, I think, are artifacts. I see some crystals, a unicorn skull, things like that there. Kind of like a curiosity stall, I guess. And we have our vegetables. A few fruits on there as well. You can see at the back of this store we had been at previously has actually, it looks like a chicken pen, so that might explain why we saw a chicken wandering around earlier. I haven't seen this type of fencing before. It actually looks really nice. Definitely looks like it would be for pen use, so pretty neat. Take a look and see what's going on in here, shall I, don't we? Looks to be a townhouse, like the door says, perhaps? Or also could be something else here. Actually, it might be a hospital from what it looks like. Got plenty of books and other things up here. Yeah, I think it is a hospital since I'm seeing a lot of vials and needles around, things of that nature. It's definitely a nice little setup here, I have to say. And we got probably whoever lives here's bed here as well, and their guitar, which looks really nice, I have to say. All decorated up, and there's even a butterfly sitting on it. It looks like they even have a pool over there that's fenced off, though we'll take a look at it in a second after we take a look at this place. And this looks like it might be a textiling place, or a clothes shop, perhaps? See a lot of thread and ribbons and whatnot. Even a mannequin probably for testing clothing on. Yeah, I would say this is a, clothes shop or something on those lines. Or fabrics shop, anything in that particular style. I'm assuming this is a pool. See a little dog over there. That's a pretty. I actually like that lamp style right there with the rocks holding it up and the sticks all just tied together. There's a little boathouse off to the side over here. Don't want to miss this. Nice little sandcastle there. If I could afford a mainland parcel, like by like an ocean spot, like the Blake Sea or something on those lines, I would so definitely get a little like boathouse like this just to have it on, even if it's like a really small parcel. It would be really neat. You can see something there in the water. Let's go ahead and take a look underwater. Oh yeah, there's a reef down here. I wonder if this was left over from... I can't remember if this was maybe left over from... Oh no, there was a rock spire here from when it was Oath to Memory, so they did change it out a bit here. I think there may be some off-sim stuff off in the distance, and my draw distance is too low, so I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. Oh, there's a nice little shark chair there. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up for a moment and take a look. Since this is a good spot for it, it looks like. Yeah, we have a little bit of off-sim looking stuff over here. Just some mountainous region stuff, I guess. Nothing big in any case. Oh, what is that shadow? I put my draw distance all the way up, so... It's nothing... What? Oh, it's shadow from... Okay, I had to put the draw distance back down because it was actually picking up the shadow from the thing, whatever that is above us, which was huge. I think it was overshadowing this entire, like, area. It's kind of like a watch-out tower of some sort. Which is neat. I think now may be a good time to check out the middle area, which has a pavilion, it looks like, at the very least. Ooh, coconuts, nice. Very nice look at the shoreline there. It's a really nice, like, tropical town sort of thing. Like, further back, it doesn't feel so much, but as you get up here, it feels very beachy, which I think is always the point. I wonder if there was something on that pedestal at some point. Since they just had, like, their last RP thing, so who knows if anything's changed throughout the sim because of that. I guess this would be a spot for any sort of festivities. You can see a bit of that wall I was talking about over there. The giant wood wall that separates off into what looks like a forest, which, for what I saw with their previous sim and what I've seen so far, it looks like they've themed it a certain way, so I'm going to assume back that way is probably... And I think we even saw it in this teleporter list was a forest, so I'm assuming behind that fence is supposed to be a forest that you go to that you can get through from the teleport hub. Like, it's all supposed to thread together in how the places are made, which is not something you see too often, actually. Now this is a nice place. I'd actually live in a place like this. If I had a, like a quarter parcel somewhere, it could make it into a beach proper. Because the downstairs doesn't have any windows at all, so it's much more for the site. Then upstairs you could probably make it into a bedroom or something along those lines. Okay, it looks like we have some docks off this way, but I think perhaps we'll have to go... I think we'll go back towards the teleport and work our way down to the docks from there. As there's no way up from this area here, unless I go over here to the steps over here. But the only thing I'm missing at that point is this house right here, so I may as well get it first. And it does appear to be a residence of sorts, and we also have the crystal pumpkins in front of it once again. So let's go ahead and take a look in here and see what we find. Looks like we walked into what appears to be a kitchen. Actually, this whole thing looks kind of like a dojo, I guess. So perhaps it's not quite a private residence. We have many motivational things here. Some drinks. So one of those looks like it's on fire, and the other one looks like it's swirling with something. Guess they must be like magic drinks. Got a nice little lounge area here as well. Let's go ahead and head upstairs, see what's up here. This looks like it may be like the... I don't know, like the family room, perhaps? Looks like we have some photos of a family up here. Got a bathroom here. You know, I always have to say that, I don't think I ever see bathrooms for houses besides on, like, roleplay sims. Like, you don't even think about it if you just have a regular house to have for yourself, unless there's, like, an area that specifically very much looks like it's supposed to be, like, a bathroom with, like, its tiling or whatever, but also those tends to also be possible to be a kitchen as well, but I digress. Alright, we'll go ahead and head up to the steps here. We're on the finish line for this area of the sim. There's actually at least like a couple more. So we're probably only like a quarter through this so far, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. And seeing that green square, that means that there's nobody here. So there's no point in looking inside of it. This one's also green squared, but this one's a new one. We haven't seen this house before. It looks like a one-room, pretty nicely done area with a lot of windows. This looks like it's a tavern, perhaps, from the symbol on the sign. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, looks like maybe like an inn. Maybe not so much of a tavern. Or, yeah, I think this is more of an inn than what I would think of as like a bar or tavern, just from the layout. I had to think about it for a moment. And those scales there look like they have coins in them, so I'm assuming a lot of currency is going through this area. Yeah, it's definitely an inn. It's filled with doors up here, and I'm assuming each one's a bedroom. Yep, it is. Okay, so that's one mystery solved. Looks like they're all the same besides the color layout. Ooh, I like that purple. Nice blue here as well. Yeah, better look at the scales here, and yep, it's scaling off coins there. And we have another building here that also has what looks like kind of like a tavern symbol on it, so let's take a look in here. Okay, yeah, this is the tavern door proper here. Nice layout. Alright, had another small crash there. Nothing to stop me, though. Definitely has that tavern ambience, I have to say. Like, I definitely could see a bunch of adventurers coming back after a quest and seeing this place and being like, yeah, we want to stop here. Very nice places, I have to say. Like a lounge for some... Hookah was the thought I was thinking of. Yeah, I think that's correct. A hookah lounge? I don't know, it came to me a little bit late there. Looks like the symbol here on this one's another shop there. Looks like a fishing shop, actually. But we're pretty much at the end here. We're at the docks. You can see a few of the different fishing ways of going about it. With spears, or proper spears, and then you have the kinds that you carve out. Both of them can be deadly for fish, for sure. And then we have a little fish market here as well. And then I think this machine or contraption is for getting boxes from boats that come by, I guess. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go up to the teleporter again and take a look at what else we can look at here. So far, so good with this place, that's for sure. It's always sad to see RP Sims go, though. I think the majority of them I've covered so far have been gone. Okay, we have the hub, the building platform, the forest, the marketplace, Misty Forest, Nasus, rentals. Well, the hub and the rentals aren't probably going to be anything... Well, we've seen the hub already. That was the spawn we started at. Okay, there we go. And, what was I saying? Yeah, the hub we've seen. The rentals is probably... Maybe better teleport back at the area we just were at that I missed, perhaps, because there were rentals there. This forest looks pretty deep, I have to say. Okay, so those don't do anything when I touch them. Just had to make sure. But I guess we'll just circle around the outers of this, because I'm not quite sure how else to look at it from besides that way. Because I might just go off in a direction and just go everywhere. It's going to be a mess to try and find everything. I can see from the background here, they've added in the nice little forest backgrounds, which makes it look nice. Oh, looks like we found a building. Oh, it's a house that we could have rented. This is really nice how it's brought in. You can see the little things outside through the windows. Wow. I'm surprised this wasn't rented out, to be honest, because that's actually a really nice little snug spot here in the forest. Though I guess most people wanted to live in the town, I assume. Nice little pond here. I thought that was actually a snake at first when I saw it walking up. Like a snake in mid-strike or something like that at a dragonfly. At least they've marked off the teleporter with those bits of light stringed up on the trees. That's actually pretty nice to have. Because otherwise you'd probably get lost from the teleporter pretty easily without some sort of marker. It looks like they've even added a mist bit with the background, which looks really nice. In fact, I saw a hub spot that said Misty Forest, so perhaps the Misty Forest is off that way. That's a big tree. We got some fungus growing on it as well. I always got to check the chops of things like this, because you never know if there's like a tree house in it or something. Okay. Oh, there's a way off this way. Is there something hidden back here? No, I guess it's just an entrance to something for RP reasons. Because there's no teleport or anything back there. Oh, we have a nice little meadow here with the flowers and whatnot. It looks really nice, I have to say. Okay, so I think we've covered the back area from the teleport area. You can see some rays of light coming off this area over here. Let's take a look. I see another mound here, which looks like it might be another house, I assume. And some sort of purple portals off that way. I think that may have actually had something to do with the RP from last night that they were talking about. I was actually there for the last RP for me and two of my other friends. We had shown up and kind of were standing off on the distance for the last RP they had for the last sim, which was Oath to Memories, and we ended up getting these emotes from somebody that was like, you could use them to hide underneath the ground, I guess. And they worked out pretty well for that, and it looks like we have another house here that's a little bit different. The fire's going in here at least. Like I was saying that. So we actually stayed for the entire final RP for that, but didn't actually get to see this one. Though they did release a note card with it. It looks like, what is this, a trapping hole or something? What's going on here? Or maybe it's a mining hole from how it looks from the sides. Looks like some sort of mineral perhaps in the soil. This is a deep hole for some reason here. It's a nice view up. Oh, there's actually a tunnel here. Okay. We'll take our view then. Kind of always wondered why there's little, like, I've seen bridges before like that with the little flags on the sides. I've always kind of wondered what those are for. Because they're obviously not for, like, stopping somebody, because I doubt fabric would be really that great for, like, if somebody fell to the side and fell through the bridge or something like that. I don't know. I don't think I've seen this type of cave before. Maybe I have, like, once. But this is definitely different from the normal cave style I've seen, which is, can't remember off the top of my head who the creator of that one was, but this one's something different entirely, which is nice. Guess we'll figure out where we're heading here. It looks like there's a split actually for this, so not actually sure where I'm heading. Oh, that looks really nice. It was definitely worth coming down here now. Oh, there's no actual bridge here. Guess I'll just fly. This must have been, like, for something big. Like, maybe this was actually supposed to be considered a dungeon? Like, that's the only reason I could think of why there would be a huge tunnel system down this way, and I just fell through a pit trap. Wow. I was not expecting that at all. I actually fell into a pit trap. Oh, some nice crystals here. I think I actually saw one of these types of crystals in one of the stalls back at town. Like, it was on that curiosity stall, essentially. I guess this is the end of this tunnel, actually, because I think I just went in a full circle. If that's the case, then I assume the whole point of the going down here would be to collect these crystals. Okay. Well, we're back at the, entrance here, since I didn't want to hold on to that entire way back. But I can see from here that we're approaching whatever was going on for last night, I assume. I mean, I assume that I remember looking at the RP logs they put out, and they were definitely talking about a portal, so that's probably our portal right there. First, this is a really nice waterfall here, I have to say. Yeah, we'll just continue along the edges here and take a look at the rest of the forest that we have here before we take a look at that portal and whatever that contraption is. Oh, we have another house hidden away here. This one's actually completely occupied, it looks like. And they've made a nice little house out of it, I have to say. And we have different star colors around, purple, blue, green. Looks like we have an owl standing on a perch over there. At least I assume that's an owl. Looks like we have a little encampment here, and I can actually see some of the wood fence that we saw back at town. So, like I was saying before, they've threaded this all together, and so the forest we were seeing past the wood fence is actually the forest we were in now. And so obviously we're seeing the wood fence from the forest side now. It looks like they have fishing nets up on the river going past here. Yeah, I like those little details where things are actually thought out and things are placed where you would expect in the land, essentially. Moving on. I think we've just about actually seen everything around here. I'm pretty sure we're going to end up back at the teleport here fairly soon. In fact, there it is right there. Actually, I can see it streaming through the beam of light. So we're going to go ahead and finally take a look at what's been the most intriguing thing here in the middle of the lake. With the literal, what is this, magic path streamlining through this, and I actually see like little computers or something along it. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I keep hearing a noise behind me that I think somebody's like moving around. I hear the bump sound. I don't know if that's me on the bridge or what. Yep, this is definitely it. Nice look at the portal here and everything, and oh man, there's somebody here. Okay, I just had a nice little chat with the sim order here, who's actually starting to take away things and starting to pack up the sim here. So at this point, we just finished up the forest, so I'm going to be kind of moving this along a little bit faster. Go ahead and take a look at the marketplace here, and oh, this actually looks like a full area too. They really went all out with this. Okay, that's all loaded up. But yeah, I'm going to kind of speed run this a little bit more, since I guess they're starting to take apart the sim. And I only have this area, and I think the Misty Forest left. I think there was one more as well, like Nasus or something like that. But here we have a nice little desert area, though. Not sure where this would fit in as far as where the land would go. Perhaps this is a bit further away. Off the coast, perhaps? Off the coast of the town? Because I saw, like, sand dunes off that way. That's a massive tower, though. This area looks like it was filled with a lot of rental places as well. That's a nice little house built into the rock there. I don't know, I always like places that you could potentially hide, like, somewhere, and having them like built around rock is a really easy way of doing that sort of thing. Looks like this house has some stuff in it. Small little house for somebody there. This one apparently is up for rental too, though. It's filled with quite a bit of stuff, it looks like. Or maybe somebody just moved out of here since, stuff's closing up, so perhaps they moved out ahead of time. Left it filled. I'm not sure. That's some interesting building styles there. I see another teleport over there, so I assume one of the spots that we have on the list is actually one for here as well. But yeah, we're getting into some of the more fancy areas here now because they have water to them, and arid places always kind of show off how wealthy they are with the amount of water they have around. And here we have a little board here, it looks like. Reminds me of the ones I used to see in Clocktown. And that's a little lounging area down here as well. Oh, this is neat looking over here. A monument with some fish floating around in the water here. But yeah, the most prosperous places always tend to show off how much water they have, because in a very deserty, arid type of region, you most definitely want to show off the fact that you have something to drink. Looks like there's some sort of like canal system over on the quarter area of the parcel here. Or I think this isn't, no, that's not even a parcel, it's a full region area, I think. Nice little spot in here. I see what looks like a stream going through here in the sand. That's pretty neat. And you can see the bits of flora around it as well. Compared to the rest of the areas that doesn't have water, they're very flat and have nothing plant life going around it. Here's that canal system I was talking about. It looks really nice up here, and you can see it flowing along the rails here. I guess this would probably be the main source of water that they have in the town here. There's some leopards, or... yeah, I think those are leopards. And there's also a tiger over there as well. Some small buildings here. Let's see what's inside of them. Can't get the door open though. Oh, there's nothing inside of them, and the doors go through. Perhaps they're just there to be for RP purposes then. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the giant tower that's off of here that's been pretty much an eye view this entire time when looking over this general direction. See what's going on in here. Oh, is it perhaps like a museum of some sort? Very, very interesting artifacts here. And there is a staircase to go further up. I think I'll actually fly up to make it a little bit faster. Nothing up here. I assume there's more staircases, though. Since this place is huge, and I highly doubt there's only 2 floors. Okay. So just kind of have to find the staircases, and we have a totem pole of some sort up here. Let's see. This one? Nope. Must be one of the other ones. Ah, here we go. Oh, we have a massive crystal in here this time. Wonder if it's the same type as what we found in the mine. No, I think the ones we found in the mine were a bit paler. Oh, we found our way up to the top, it looks like. We have another crystal here. This one's embedded in the ceiling. And it's a little bit bigger than the one down on the floor below. We can see a nice view of the outer area here. I want to see if I can find a view of the town, though. Ah, here we go. Definitely looks nice from up here, I have to say. Okay, so we will continue on our journey here. We also have this nice little oasis here. Lots of plant life around it. That's probably where that stream came from, I think. Okay, we have Misty Forest and Nasus. Nasus is the one that actually is the second teleport, so we just have Misty Forest, basically. So say... No, it is different, okay. I was thinking this may have been another teleport in the forest, but it is in fact something different here. Definitely a bit of a more dreary place than the regular forest. I assume this is supposed to be more of a mysterious area. As I'm not really seeing much, I don't see any, like, houses or anything of that sort around here either. I think I actually see something off this way. Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely something here. I could barely tell it was like a rectangle shape just from being maybe like 20 meters from it. Or even 10 meters. But it looks like it's just a small, broken piece of a building. Whatever it is, it's been long gone. Doesn't look like there's much actually as far as a landmark or anything much else like that around here. I think this is just for a particular RP purpose. I'm surprised I was able to find the teleporter. Rentals is just a rental spot, so there's nothing really to look at here. And the last thing on our list is the building platform, which I guess we can take a look at as well. Doesn't look like there's anything really here anymore. This would be where they'd probably fix up props or buildings before they put them down into the actual area to be used. But yeah, this was Chronicles of Giavalu, if I'm even pronouncing that right. The second iteration since Oath to Memories, and I'll be happy to see what comes next, and I will see you guys next time. So, see you then.